Chris Brown pleads guilty to bra at London nightclub, and Usher kicks a woman off stage who has since responded because she was not giving him the energy. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Usher and Chris Brown, aka the R&B tour, and it's a lot of interesting things that are transpiring. I, of course, told y'all I was not going to this concert. I saw this concert before in 2014, and I've seen Usher plenty of times. And ultimately, in the era of social media, in the era of YouTube and all the things, everybody basically uploads the concert itself, so I can just see it from my living room. You know what I'm saying? I can see it from the family room. I can see it wherever I need to see it in the house. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to go. Well, apparently, before we get into the Chris Brown story, we have to get into this Usher story, in which there was a lady that Usher brought up on the stage, and she was completely disinterested. Now, the first part I am going to mute for copyright reasons, but I'm going to play the end portion of the video, courtesy of the Neighborhood Talk, in which Usher is basically like, listen, look at here, I don't think she wants to be here. I don't think she's here to see me. I don't think she is here to see me, and signals to the people, signals to security to get her ass off the stage. All right, let's watch.
I don't think she want to be on the stage, huh?
So this obviously goes viral because, you know what I'm saying, there are plenty of ladies that would love to be pulled on stage by either Usher or Chris Brown. And I feel like low-key, she wanted to be pulled by Chris Brown, but that's a whole nother conversation. So she decides to take to the social media of it all, and it looks like she went to the Facebook, judging by how all of this is being presented, because you can't tweet this many characters. So on the Facebook, she says, first off, nobody is declining to go on stage. I look good ASF. You thought I wasn't going to get thousands of people to see me? Oh, so you were looking for the clout. Okay. On the big screen, where you witches with a B will never be. My mom and I had floor seats. Sounds like he should have picked your mom. Their team approached us and moved us to VIP before the show even started. Pretty privileges. Uh-oh. Something you 304s will never know about. They don't say who you're going up there for. So you thought you were going to get picked for Chris Brown, is what it sounds like to me. Y'all wanted me to get up there and F him ATP. Chat folks aren't used to anything. That is the most excited thing that would have happened in y'all little ASS lives. F y'all disrespectfully. First of all, the attitude and all that cussing and all that energy was absolutely unnecessary. Here's the thing. When you are getting picked for these performances, you know what I'm saying? They want you to participate, right? And when they are choosing these intimate songs, they expect you to perform, right? I have yet to see somebody that, you know, Chris Brown pulls has yet to not perform. You looked repulsed that Usher had the audacity to pull you on stage. You look disgusted that Usher had the audacity to pull you on stage. And I don't know what the reasoning was or the rationale. The only thing I can come to the conclusion of is you weren't there for Usher, you were there for Chris Brown. And you were expecting, per what your statement says, that either Chris Brown or Usher, you didn't know who was going to pull you. So it sounded like your excitement would have been completely different if it was Chris Brown. You would have gave all this energy. You're up here talking about pretty privileges. You're calling people 304s, all this, all of that. No. Because we ultimately don't know how you would have acted if it was Chris Brown that pulled you. But because you didn't know who was going to pull you and you found out it was Usher, you had a stank look on your face. Like you could not be bothered with anything that Usher was trying to do. Usher felt that energy because everyone knows when they are not desired or feeling rejected and said, listen, look at here. He pulled a Prince. Prince did that to Kim Kardashian, I believe, where he brought her up to dance or something like that and she couldn't dance and he was like, get off my stage. Get off my stage with that madness. Rest in peace to Prince. But Usher basically is like, listen, I'm trying to put on a performance. I'm trying to put on a show. I've been at this since I was a teenager, and you're going to get pulled by out of all these thousands of people in this stadium and do me dirty like this? Get off the stage. And see, he didn't even say anything. He was smart enough not to say it. But basically, he was like, I don't think she liked me. And he signaled to his people to take her away, to take her out the stage. You think that you had a moment because this is going viral everywhere, but you're also going viral for your attitude. And you shouldn't have responded if you were going to give this type of energy because people now know what type of time you are on. Next, we got to get into Chris Brown, which is Usher's other half of this tour, because in the middle of this tour, Chris Brown still's got court cases. Chris Brown has still got court cases. We talked about previously the lawsuit that the former housekeeper filed against Chris Brown, where they allegedly settled to the tune of nearly $14 million. And he admitted on the stand for that case that, listen, look at here, you know what I'm saying? I left the scene after the dog mauled her. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want my voice on TMZ. No. Didn't offer her no water, no towels, no nothing to try to decrease and diffuse the situation. So this is courtesy of not ESPN, CNN. And it says, U.S. singer Chris Brown pleads guilty to brawling at London nightclub. Grammy-winning U.S. singer Chris Brown pleaded guilty Friday, a couple days ago, y'all, to over an altercation in a London nightclub in a fight that injured a music producer. So I believe this was when, allegedly, the Don Julio went upside somebody's head. I believe that's that incident. Brown, 37, made the change of plea during a hearing at London's Southwark Crown Court. He had previously denied more serious charges over the 2023 altercation. In return for the guilty plea, prosecutors dropped the charges of ASSAULT, attempting to cause grievance, bodily harm, and having an offensive weapon. Brown's friend and vocal coach, Umolulu, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, also pleaded guilty to affray. The two men had been due to stand trial in October. Brown had denied attacking Abraham Diao with a bottle at the Tape nightclub in the swanky Mayfair neighborhood in February of 2023, but prosecutors said the fight was caught on surveillance camera in front of a club full of people. This was a vicious and unprovoked attack by Brown and, Omolulu, and ultimately as well, it was in a crowded nightclub where Brown used a glass bottle as a weapon to strike the victim's head twice. Claire Campbell, a senior prosecutor with the Crown Prosecution Service, said after the guilty plea, "This kind of violence is entirely unacceptable, and the Crown Prosecution Service will work tirelessly with the police and partners across the criminal justice system to pursue cases like this and prove that nobody is above the law." Brown had been free on bail of $6.75 million US, which allowed him to tour Europe and North America last summer. He was freed on bail again on Friday and will be sentenced October 26 on the affray charge, which carries a maximum sentence of 3 years in prison. Brown, wearing a tan suit, gold-rimmed sunglasses, and a St. Louis Cardinals baseball cap, signed autographs for fans as he left the courthouse. Child. Brown, who rose to stardom as a teen in 2005, won his first Grammy for his Best R&B Album in 2011 for Fame, and he earned his second in the same category for 1111 Deluxe in 2025, you guys. So ultimately, here's the thing, right? Here is the thing. How many incidents is there going to be with Chris Brown and these lawsuits and these trials and various versions of ASS AULT? For years, y'all were like, oh, it's just the Rihanna incident. Rihanna forgave him. Da-da-da-da-da. No. He also had a 5-year restraining order that was against him from his ex, Karaoke, and also had the incident where he threw the chair across the glass on the set of Good Morning America because he was upset that Robin Roberts was going to potentially ask him questions about Rihanna. So I believe up until this point, he has been banned from Good Morning America. I have not seen him on Good Morning America ever since, right? And there have been various types of issues when him and Drake got into it and their teams got into it at the club over Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? There has been countless of things associated with Chris Brown that have been red flags, and y'all continue to excuse it because y'all find him cute and y'all are hoping to get picked up on stage at this R&B tour. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird. It's very weird. There have been multiple incidents that have taken place, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all continue to make excuses for this dude. Y'all continue to sell out his tours because y'all basically are of the mind, oh, since it hasn't happened to me, since Chris Brown didn't do this to me, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. It don't matter. I still like his music. I still like the way he danced. I think he's cute, and he might pick me to be on stage for the Take You Down performance. You know what I'm saying? Do we have it? Do we have it clocked? Because that's what it's giving. So anyways, you guys, I want to hear from y'all in the comments. What do you guys think of the girl having this attitude and energy that did not want to be picked by Usher on the stage? Clearly, she preferred to be picked by Chris Brown. And what do you think of the Chris Brown story, who pleaded guilty to hitting up that person upside the head in that London club and is facing 3 years in prison and pleaded guilty, right? And will be, you know what I'm saying? They will address his sentencing and all this and all that at the end of October. Do you think he's going to do jail time? Or do you think something else is going to go down? So anyways, you guys, that is it for this video. I need y'all to do me the biggest favor, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video like you've never hyped a video before in your life. There is that. That is it. That is all. Es todos es final. Es finito. Es see you on the road. See you on the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.